Hello, everyone, everywhere. This is Bob Thibodeau with the Kingdom Crossroads podcast, and you are listening to Life Transformation Radio with my good friend Sean Douglas. Be sure to subscribe to his podcast so you will not miss any of the upcoming episodes, and be blessed in all that you do.
Welcome to Life Transformation Radio. This show is all about life transformations and our journey from where we were to why we are doing what we are doing today. We will discuss the hiccups, the roller coasters, and the blood, sweat, and tears that has been poured out while discovering our purpose. It is all about our transformations. Here is your host, Sean Douglas.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Life Transformation Radio. I am your host, Master Resilience Implementer, TEDx speaker, business positioning strategist, and author, Sean Douglas. This show is currently heard in over 70 countries, such as the United States, Australia, China, all across the UK, and Mexico and Canada. So I want to thank you to those who are listening from around the world. Life Transformation Radio is all about our transformation. Here is where we tell the stories of why we're doing what we're doing. We highlight that transformational moment that has changed our lives and how we use this to then transform others and elevate their lives as well. You can listen to us live right here on the Blog Talk Radio Network at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesday through Friday. I ask that you join our Facebook community, Life Transformation Radio Community, and never miss an episode by subscribing to our show and leave us a rate and review to see how well we're doing. You can catch us on all of the podcatchers on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Player FM, Radio Public, Overcast, CastBox, the Google Play Music app, wherever you're comfortable listening to podcasts. I please ask that you subscribe to the show. On the show, I bring on entrepreneurs, speakers, business owners, coaches, podcasters, authors, and amazing people who are impacting the world around them. My guest today does exactly that. If you have any question for any of the guests during our live broadcast, you can call us up at 657-383-1109. Again, the number is 657-383-1109. Please help me welcome to the show Raquel Figlo. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Life Transformation Radio.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Wow, you're so impressive.
Thank you, and you as well. I read your bio. I looked through your website. I'm like, wow, like she is crushing it right now. So I'm excited to dive in because where this is going to go, but just knowing that you interviewed some of the biggest names in like rock music and things like that. Like I grew up a huge Kiss and Queen fan. Huge.
They
Bon
are.
Jovi,
Yeah.
right? Like all the 80s hair bands. Like I'm 35. I mean, that was me. Like that was the 80s hair bands. Like that's what we grew up listening to. You know, I had aunts and uncles. And that's what they listened to. So, Yeah,
I've had the pleasure of meeting Gene Simmons and hanging out backstage when they played down here in San Diego. But this is like 5, maybe even 10 years ago. If you follow me on my Instagram, you'll see my photos with Gene Simmons. And great guy. I mean, amazing band. Really nice people. I was actually in Vegas when they had their last show, but didn't make it to their show. Don't ask me why, but I did go play at their Kiss. They have a miniature golf, little thing that they have in the Rio. So that was really fun. But I love heavy metal and rock and roll, and I've been able to make a career out of it and still, have professional lifestyle clients. I feel in today's day and age, you can be whatever you want, and labels are out the door. I'm a heavy metal publicist. That works in music, entertainment, and lifestyle brands.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Good.
So let's learn more about what it is that you're up to. The title of this episode is Public Relations with Rocking Results with Raquel She started her entrepreneurial career at a young age of 22 when she teamed up with college classmates in her graphic design class and decided to venture in a website design company. Around this time, .coms were all the rage, and her first clients were her dad, and that website is www.mrspcb, so Papa Charlie Bravo.com, mrspcb.com, and her cousin, who at the time was a professional ultimate fighter, Bobby the Pitbull Gamboa. She had found her passion for consulting businesses with their marketing efforts. Today, her company has grown into a full-service agency that focuses on showcasing companies' brands through public relations, digital marketing, and event planning. With a master's degree in communications and advertising from California State University Fullerton, 6 years of flourishing work experience, Raquel got her start in the music industry. In 2011, she caught the attention of the world-famous Key Club in Hollywood. Raquel's experience in coordinating events for nonprofits paid off when she held the title of event manager. She blazed the trail at the Key Club, packing the house night after night, throwing all kinds of events, ranging from concerts, corporate functions, to red carpet extravaganzas. It was here that she made many of the connections that helped lead her to a lucrative career in music journalism. She interviewed some of the biggest names in rock music as a correspondent for a variety of on- and offline publications, such as Rock and Roll Industries magazine. You go to metalshoprocks.com, heavymetalhill.com, and adrenaline-fueled.com. Adrenaline-fueled.com. If you want to know more about her, if you want to connect with her, if you want to get in contact with her, go to her website, www.Raquel, RAQUEL, Figlo, FIGLO, RaquelFiglo.com. Connect with her. I'm telling you, she's doing incredible things. She is blazing her own trail. So the first question that I have to ask, and I got to know the answer to this question, is what is your why? Why do you do what you do? And I'm going to make it hard. Why rock music?
That's actually easy. The why I do what I do, I mean, I guess my first answer is my dad was an entrepreneur. I saw him, play by his rules. He had his own business and then worked from home. It kind of just runs in the blood. Two, I try to have normal jobs, and I'm just going to be honest, I couldn't hold down a job ever. It's kind of tough to have to go and, make someone else money. Second, have to be somewhere 9 to 5, sitting at a cubicle. 3, trying to fit in with cliques and talk to people. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to be your friends. There's rumors. There's gossip. It was, I just never really had a good experience, but I'm very appreciative of the jobs that I did have and the chances that they gave me, because it all built up to now knowing exactly, what I'm really good at and what I wanted to be, which is an entrepreneur. And I went to school for advertising and marketing and branding, which really gave me, I think, the leg up in being a publicist now, because I look at PR and I look at businesses differently. I look at it as a, like a brand. You want to get them exposure, but the brand needs to be. So because of my college education and my master's degree, I'm like, okay, before I can be your publicist, you need to have a solid website. Your photos need to match your website and your social media, and the message and the wording and the look, all have to be consistent. So I think that really helps me. And why rock music? Because it's just, it's always been such a passion of mine since the first time I heard Black Sabbath and Guns N' Roses at age 7 on KMOC on the radio, like down here in LA. I just always loved it, but I took baby steps into getting into it. I mean, I was going to concerts when I was 14, started hanging out with bands in my 20s, and, and then by my late 20s, I got that job opportunity at the Key Club, and that really kicked it off. I think with my solid education, my experience, in those 8 years trying to pursue my career and as well, off and on jobs to pay the bills, it really, gave me a solid foundation to be able to be that event manager. And then when the magazine came around, this is really cool. When the magazine came around, they were like, they wanted to do an event at the Key Club, the magazine's Rock and Roll Industries magazine. They asked me if I write. And you know what I said? I said yes. You have to say yes to opportunity. You have to say yes to life. Have I ever written for anything before? No, but I have a college education and a master's degree. I should be able to know how to write. And that blew the doors down, and I've been writing for them ever since and interviewing the biggest bands like Megadeth and Life of Agony, and having opportunities to meet people like Gene Simmons. So
I cannot believe you met Gene Simmons.
And now
love Gene Simmons.
Yeah, he's so cool. What a smart businessman, and he's another person that says yes to life. You have to work hard, so. Definitely inspiring. Well,
maybe I never thought about this, but maybe I just reach out to him. Maybe he'll say yes to my show and have him on the show. That would be super cool. I grew up listening to Kiss and Queen and
No, I was saying you should tweet to him. I heard that he looks at his Twitter. Both him and Paul Stanley look at their Twitter. So just keep on knocking those words down. Huh? Instagram.
Yeah, I don't do Twitter. I just do Facebook and LinkedIn. I only do Facebook and LinkedIn.
Well, I don't know. Maybe get started, but I heard from the inside he does look at his Twitter. So.
Got it. I will do what I can. I'll hijack someone's Twitter. So you hung out with a lot of bands. You getting inside that. So what is your favorite band then?
My favorite band is Megadeth, and I always seem to say their name when I get it interviewed. I just really think Dave Mustaine's, just a real good businessman, go-getter. Him and David Ellefson. I mean, same with Black Sabbath. They're all about their fans. They really show that they love their fans, and that's what's important. That's what you have to do. They continue to play, and my two favorite bands are playing together this year, Megadeth and Ozzy. Megadeth and Ozzy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. But
is your favorite album the same as the band?
No, mine actually is Countdown to Extinction by Megadeth, because I was in 6th grade and I remember having a pool party, and the girls don't know what metal is, but the guys did.
Right.
So, we just kind of vibed, and it was so awesome playing heavy metal. I'm in 6th grade having a pool party, and I guess maybe that's the one reason why I liked them so much, because I felt cool at that time and actually knew that music and, got along with boys. I don't know.
Awesome. So the reason I asked that is, some of my favorite bands, obviously Kiss and Queen. I grew up listening to Kiss and Queen. Absolutely love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But my and Bon Jovi's really close to that. Bon Jovi's I just love. I don't know. I just do. I think they have great music. And my favorite album of all time, I can listen to all day long, is Bon Jovi 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. That album is absolutely amazing. There's a lot of albums out there, and you're like, I don't like this one, but I do like this song, or let's fast forward to this, whatever. That album, along with Linkin Park's first one, is one of those ones that you could just put in and just play. There's this song sucks. I don't like that song. Click. A lot of people I talk to say that Linkin Park's first album is the best. In terms of songs that you just don't have to fast forward through or skip or whatever, because they're just so good. The same with 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit. All the people my age, 35 and over, oh yeah, oh that album, oh man. And then it's just you play it and that's it.
I agree.
So,
yeah.
So
I feel the same
love.
way. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I feel the same way about a lot of albums. You know, a lot of classics like Queen. I mean, you can just play their music and all this, you know, it just kind of brings you back to that time and that memory, that nostalgic, you know, memory that you have, moment in time.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Absolutely agree with that. I love your why. I love what you're doing, but I don't believe that it's all sunshine and rainbows. Take us back, right? Take us back. Give us a transformational moment that changed your life, which then put you on the path to what you're doing now.
Okay, a couple things, and I haven't really talked about it that much, but I guess you're going to be the first. My father passed away not too long ago, and, you know, before he passed away, like, I don't know, an hour before, you know, he was really concerned about my lifestyle. Being in the music and entertainment industry, you kind of get caught up with going out every night. I mean, you don't have to drink, but most of us do. And maybe I was drinking too much, maybe I was going out too much, and he was just like, you know, when are you going to grow up? And like, I was like, wow, even after all the accomplishments I've done in my life, you know, those are his last words. And so I promised him I would. And I stopped drinking, and I was sober for a while, and just kind of put things in perspective. And it really just changed my life when you refocus on yourself. And at first I was like, I'm going to make him proud and, you know, honor him. But really I was honoring myself. And I wonder if he knew that by telling me that, you know, at the end. So that was a pivotal time in my career, because, I mean, I've just been kicking ass ever since. And, yeah, so that's one of them.
Okay. So how did that really push you forward into stepping into the PR and the graphic design and the amazing things that you're doing now? How does that keep you going every day?
I think it's just the drive. It's pretty much like, I mean, when you kind of clear your head and you realize what you're capable of doing, I mean, it opens up a lot of doors. I just want to push harder and harder, and to kind of keep them proud. But also I'm like, wow, you know, by saying no to a lot of things, maybe not going out so much, or maybe not saying yes to every single client, you know, saying no is saying no, yes to yourself. I mean, I'm sure you've heard that before, right? Being more focused, being mindful, being in the present, all those things I guess I wasn't before, really affected me. And, you know, just, and trying to be, instead of being something to everyone, which I guess I was doing in the past, you know, with the graphic design, with the events, now I'm just solely focusing on the PR, which is getting my clients exposure, getting myself exposure, because that is something else I push really hard too, is you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to pick up that phone and let, you know, local media or podcasts know that, hey, I'm doing these incredible things. Because if you don't, you know, post that stuff on your social media or let people know, no one's going to know. Like, no one's going to go search for you unless they're looking for a publicist. You have to be your own cheerleader. So it's just me, and I'm just going to keep pushing and pushing forward.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So what are you doing today to elevate the lives of everyone that you work with, who you serve, and talk about what doors have been opened and the results?
I'm so glad you asked this question. Well, this upcoming month, on March 10th, I will be speaking in front of 200 women that will be young millennials entrepreneurs at an event called Ladies Take the Lead, and it's called Gold Digger's Guide to Beauty and Business. And the reason I'm so excited to be a part of this event is not only to talk about the importance of media relations, which is, you know, what we're building right now too. I've had my clients on your podcast. It's important for that, but also how you look and present yourself goes hand in hand with your business. people pay me a good amount of money, and I have to look the part. My hair has to be done. I don't have to wear tons of makeup, but I have to look decent. I mean, you got to look fresh, vibrant, have your nails done, have a nice suit. Maybe if it's just 1 or 2 suits, but at least look presentable because, there's this big trend of like no filter, no makeup. I get it, but no, I mean, people are investing in you, so you should invest in yourself and love yourself just as much. So that's going to be really exciting to be a part of and kind of spread that knowledge, especially to young girls. And my other message that I've been sending out as well, I was recently featured in OC Weekly, and they call me Orange County's rock and roll publicist, which is really awesome because my whole brand is rock and results. It doesn't necessarily have to be rock and roll, but since I like it so much, I made it my brand. I get people rock and results.
Love it.
So yeah, it fits. But my point is, no labels. Like I don't have to be just music. I'm not just a rock and roll publicist. And you learn and get to know people more. You see they do other things. I get rock and results, and that's my whole thing. And
I absolutely love that.
Thank
because
you.
It speaks to who you really are, right?
Yes, you have to be true to yourself, speak the truth, be authentic. And those are words I learned a long time ago in my 20s, and it just didn't click yet. And maybe that's why it takes time to grow and develop to who you are and what the path you want for your career. So I can say all of, the big journey from liking rock, going to concerts, from working to the Key Club has brought me here, where now I just signed a female-fronted band called Blue Midnight. I'll be doing their PR, and she's 23, and she's young and awesome and hardworking. I have like several other bands I'm doing PR for. One of them, which you'll get excited, remember Korn, the band Korn?
Yes. Oh, love Korn, yeah.
The drummer, David Silvera, has a new band called Bias, and I'm getting them press already. They've been on a couple podcasts, and we're just, working at it to get the band the attention it deserves. So that's exciting. So that's spreading the love with the music, and I still have my lifestyle clients. I don't want to say normal clients, but professional clients, and I'm just doing it all.
Right. That's amazing.
Because I can, right? We all can. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. I love it you said earlier that you were saying yes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Instead of saying no, you were saying yes. And I tell everybody, I said, I live my life by saying yes and figuring it out. Because saying yes opens the door to new opportunities and new possibilities that you may not have had if you had said no. Has there ever been a time, there has to be, talk about a time where you said yes and it was one of the greatest moments of your life? Just for context purposes.
Oh, sure. I mean, saying yes, obviously saying yes to the magazine, saying yes to working at the Key Club. I mean, that really opened so much doors. It's a shame that the Key Club's not open anymore, but the time that it was.
What is the Key Club?
The Key Club is right there on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood, in Los Angeles, California.
So it was a club.
Yeah, it was a nightclub. It was a concert venue. Sorry if I didn't make that clear. It was a concert venue.
Oh, wow.
And
okay, I've never been anywhere but Sacramento, and I was there for like 2 days speaking at an event. Like that's the only time I've ever been in California.
Oh, you got to come out to LA. It's the best. But it's a concert venue that holds 1,000 people, and I used to host and manage, the staff for different types of concerts, from red carpet events to concerts for 2 Chainz and Machine Gun Kelly, and this thing called Dime Bash, which had like every rock star. But I'll tell you one thing about that opportunity. I mean, you're right. Not everything's sunshine and flowers. Actually, I've never been paid. Well, okay, yeah, they didn't pay me very much, but I knew working there that it was going to change my life. I just knew driving from Orange County to LA, which is an hour, for a job that paid me not very much, not something that, you know, a person with a master's degree and like 8 years of or 10 years of experience would take. But my parents were like, "Are you sure?" Like, why? But you just sometimes you get this gut feeling. So I'm really glad I said yes, like because of that, I started writing for the magazine, and because I write for the magazine, it put me in front of these bands and it put me in front of these opportunities that now, I mean, I do PR for the music industry.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. So who do you work with? Do you work with brand new singers or bands? Is it predominantly metal, which kind of seems like the theme? Talk about who it is you represent. Where are they in their careers? Somebody listening to this might say, you know what, we've been a band for X amount of years. We just need that one person. Let's talk about that.
I love that. All right. So currently I'm working with this extremely new band called Pray for Sunday. But the guitarist, Neil Gretzky, we used to be in a band called Takara that was really big in like 2000, 2001. It was a time where, you know, I guess like music was changing and they fell off. So they're going to be doing really well in the upcoming months. Blue Midnight is a awesome like dream metal band that, no one's heard of dream metal, but that's the point of them hiring me. It's kind of like that iridescent kind of flowy style music. And they're great. The girl's 23. This is the time of like females and empowerment and showing young girls you can do whatever you want. And I'm really big in that because I talk at a lot of events to help empower women and, you know, build confidence. So I'm bringing that to the female rock community, or at least, you know, putting my 2 cents in and trying to build it. There is this other band called Tulip, another female-fronted band, which I'm so glad that these bands all found me because of social media. One found me on Twitter, and the other 2 found me on Instagram. Wow. So,
and now they're going to find you on this radio show.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta. I mean, if you're not an expert at social media, my best advice for any business is just get on there. Post a cool photo. You make a video of you talking about your business. Someone will be listening. Because if you don't promote yourself, who's going to? You know? Yep. So.
Yep, and we see a lot of PR mistakes too. Oh, we see a lot of PR mistakes, marketing mistakes. PR mistakes, and I know I have a lot of friends that are marketers in PR, and they're just like, man, like you can just look at somebody's stuff and go, ugh, no, please no, because it's just not the way things are done. If you want to stand out, it's just not the way things are done. You know, you're doing tactics that were cool 5 years ago.
Yeah, and there's so many tools out there in apps. I mean, there's no excuse for you to have a bad video a bad photo even on Instagram or Facebook. I mean, there's apps where you can clean up, you know, mistakes or colors. There's just really no excuse in this day and age. Like, you can find everything by Googling it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. I tell everybody, I'm like, dude, you have the 2 largest search engines in the world in Google and YouTube. But there's zero reason why you are not successful. You just suck if you're not successful.
It's laziness. Come on, you know this. It's it could be that or fear. And actually
gratification.
It's fear too. Like their fear maybe to look dumb, or fear that they're, you know, not gonna come across. I don't know. It's just I think that has to do a lot with it. And that's why I go and I speak to different people, and I'm just like, just do it. My message is just go out and do it, because you have to put yourself out there like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, you know, podcast is a great way to do that. There's a podcast for everything, but it's becoming the new media. And so I love that you've taken this on as another avenue. Like, it's just not submitting the press releases to, you know, ABC News or to other different publications, Forbes and Inc. and whatever else. It's like you have access to media. And then, even then, I know shows that are just starting to pop up on like Roku and Amazon Fire. And I mean, Mike Rowe, who did Dirty Jobs, wildly successful, has a full production crew and his own TV show on Facebook Watch.
Whoa!
It's called what's it called? Returning the Favor. Returning the Favor. It is a fully produced, it is a legit TV show, and it's not even, you can't even find it on TV, but you can find it on the apps on like Roku and like Hulu and stuff, and you can find it on, like, it's not on Discovery Channel, it's on Facebook Watch. So today you got people that are popping up TV shows, popping up podcasts, and they're getting viral, and they're getting huge, and they're letting the market decide. Before, you had to send a demo, right? Like a cassette tape or a demo, a CD of some kind, to some kind of executive producer, whatever, who said that, no, you suck, go away. That's all gone now. The market's deciding now.
That's true, and most people are on their phone. So yesterday I was waiting for something. I was waiting for, I don't know, I'm on my phone, right?
Yeah.
You're on your phone, and I'm watching videos. So this. I saw on some of your stuff like social media tools, but we have to stay on top of all the new what is trending, and that's why I feel people need to be on Instagram. Like, to me, Facebook is great, but it's just something to let people know what I'm up to. But Instagram is where I've been getting clients, because you can hashtag and you can do all these things. You can make videos. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and you have to do it, and that's it. You can pick one platform, but you have to be on social.
I do hashtags, and I do video on Facebook.
Yeah. Well, on Facebook, interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can. Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking Facebook. People do, and I'm like, it's great. It's a great platform, but pick one other too. Well, at least that's my advice. But
yeah, no, 100% correct advice. I do Facebook and LinkedIn because I know what will happen, because it always happens. I have ADOS, which is a very serious medical condition called attention deficit squirrel. So what happens is I will get sucked into the social media black hole. Posting and posting. People are like, outsource it. Just outsource it. I'm like, awesome. I'm going to pay somebody money to have access to my social media to then post things, whatever they want on my social media. I hope I don't make that guy mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just see things going wrong really fast. And I'm very comfortable with Facebook, very comfortable with LinkedIn, because who I serve, that's where they hang out. So if you serve people that are on Instagram, then that is where you need to be. But that's the deciding factor. My people are on Facebook and LinkedIn because I'm serving entrepreneurs, speakers, and business owners in a certain capacity. And yes, they might be on Instagram yet, but they spend a lot of time on Facebook as well. So
you're right.
There's some people that are celebrities that don't spend time on Facebook. The only reason they have a Facebook is so that they can get more followers. I know people that are not on Facebook at all, and they only have a Twitter and an Instagram, and Snap's kind of whatever. But that's what they do. They're only on Twitter. They're only on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram. But who I serve is on Facebook and LinkedIn. That's why I chose those two.
That's smart. That's real smart. Yeah. I'm on LinkedIn as well, and I started using their option where you could write articles because you want to be an expert in your field. I'm sure you know this. And now I hear there's LinkedIn videos. So I'm like, shoot, now I gotta make more videos and get on some LinkedIn videos because I want those professionals that can afford me to hire me, and just it's just credibility, and just to build that credibility is really important.
Oh, absolutely. Nailed it. Absolutely 100%. So 80% content consumption is done by the use of video. The report that came out, over 80% of content is consumed. YouTube is the second largest search engine. It's owned by Google.
Yeah.
My radio show will be repurposed into video and put on YouTube.
Smart.
It's repurposed into different videos. And so you're repurposing the content. You're getting in front of new audiences. People are consuming it. They're searching for it. They're whatever they're doing. And there's a link that you can use. It's basically Google Trends, but you can actually see what people are basically what's trending on Google. But if you go to Keyword Planner, the Google Keyword Planner, you actually Google Keyword Planner, it'll take you to the Google Keyword Planner. It's used to see what people are searching for when placing Google ads for Google AdWords. That's the tool. If you go to Google Keyword Planner, it literally tells you how many people searched for that topic that day in a certain amount of time. So if you want to know what people are trending, start typing keywords in, like video or social or bands. Like, you can see who's searching the band. Type in your name. See who's searching your name. Right? So you can make content according to Keyword Planner. That's a free tip for you.
I love it. Keyword Planner. I'm glad that I just got schooled.
No, but it's so incredible, and you nailed it. It is so incredibly important. I have a guy right now that I'm working with who refuses to be on social. Period. End of story. And his email is encrypted.
He doesn't want to.
Who has an email encrypted? That's not what he wants, though. He doesn't want to be known. That's the whole thing. He doesn't want to be known. I was like, okay. He's like, but I want great business. I'm like, yeah.
Does he have
I see that.
Does he have an email list? Is he doing emails?
Oh yeah. Oh, he's got a huge email list.
All right. So email is huge. Like, email is really important because email is money. Having people's contact to their email is, money. You have a direct, warm lead. Unlike social media, you're hoping that you might get something if someone likes it. But that's smart. And I understand that path too. And I actually have a newsletter and, advise my clients to have newsletters, whether they're a band or a small business, because that emails are money, right? You can sell to them. Repurpose it, repurpose content to them.
Yep.
And they're already interested.
They're already warm. Yeah, they call it, like they're already warm leads or whatever they call it. So, yeah, 100%, absolutely.
I can talk all day about this stuff.
I know, right? I'm getting fired up. I'm like, hey, let's do this because we're gonna go down some rabbit holes. We're gonna be here forever. I love it because we're like-minded and you're doing incredible things, and I see you. I see what you're doing, and I love it because you're doing the entrepreneurship. However, doing it in a way that is almost what we wanted to do as kids or whatever. Like, we're watching TRL, right? Like we're watching TRL. And when I was, 97 to 2001 was like the Backstreet Boys, Korn, Limp Bizkit, Nelly. Like, this is who I remember: Britney Spears, NSYNC, like the whole era from 97 to 01, like that whole era when TRL was getting big. You're doing what we wanted to do. Like, we wanted to go to the concerts. We wanted to go to Ozfest.
Oh,
we wanted to go to the Korn and Rob Zombie concert was amazing in 2000, 2001. Korn and Rob Zombie stole the show. But we want to go to these concerts. We want to do these things. And so you're doing it on a level that people are like, oh, my gosh, blown away. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a shameless plug. You can plug your friends' quotes, websites, Facebook, how to work with you, whatever it is that you want the audience to know and to do. Plug it here. Shameless plug moment. Go.
Thank you so much. Well, I really just want to give value to people. So I'm going to offer all your listeners a free 30-minute consultation if they would like to reach out to me, which they can do by my email, which is raquel@raquelfiglo.com. And they can mention the show, and we can talk about, whatever they want, whether it's their business, how to grow, or if they'd like to work with me. But yeah, 30-minute free consultation. And please follow me on Instagram, because if you want to relive your childhood or your rock and roll, incognito, voyeur, follow me at Raquel Maiden on Instagram, at Raquel Maiden. Raquel like Raquel Welch, Raquel, and Maiden like Iron Maiden, Maiden.
Iron Maiden's best album was Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. That was an amazing album.
It's a great song too, yeah.
It is. It is a great song too. Yep. So as we start to close, give the listeners a bit of knowledge that will motivate, transcend, and inspire someone to take action today.
To take action today, I would say really practice and believe your message. Like, who are you and why are you doing what you do? Really be confident when someone asks you, what do you do? I'm Raquel, and I get rockin' results. I create legacies for music, entertainment, and lifestyle brands. I think that really says who I am, what I do, and who my clients are. And say it with confidence. And say it over and over again, and have that message everywhere. Make that message your bio on your Instagram, your bio on your Facebook, your bio on your LinkedIn. Have it as your signature when you send emails. Real easy. I get rockin' results. That's what I do. I'm a PR specialist that gets rockin' results. And then if it goes further, I create legacies for music, entertainment, and lifestyle brands. And lifestyle brands, pretty much, from fashion, beauty. I have a couple nonprofits I work with. But, start believing in yourself and promote yourself. Be your own cheerleader. And you can start doing that today.
Heck yeah. You've got so many social medias and different ways. And, I was talking to somebody today, and I'm thinking about going to Twitch because they have a podcast and like an IRL. They have a podcast and TV show and like on Twitch. Before it was just it's video games, it's for the gamers, but now people are using it for the radio shows and podcasts and stuff. And I'm like, see now you just open up a door because now I got to do it, and right? So,
well, I always say
videos where it's at.
I always say pick at least one or two. Oh, okay. So here, exactly. Thank you for that. Here's another thing to start today. Yes, if you don't want to blog, because it's a lot of writing, make a video. And that's really easy to do. There's lighting you can purchase. There's, hand-free devices that you can set up. But make videos. That's the easiest thing to do. If you don't want to take a picture, but you really have to get over yourself and be confident. And the way to do that is to know your elevator speech and know who you are and know what you can do for people. So those are two things I advise.
Nailed it. Got to know your elevator. When people are working with me, the first things that we do is we go through your mission statement, vision statement, a positioning statement, and your value proposition statement. It's the first four things that we absolutely do.
Oh,
because
God,
half the time they don't even know what their mission in life is.
No,
they don't even know what their mission in life is.
Those are so hard to do, but once you do it, you're going to feel so good about yourself. So good for you that you make your clients do that, because after you have those down, nothing can stop you.
Right. And moreover, that mission statement tells you exactly what you're doing every day, and that vision statement is telling you the results that you want to get within a year to 5 years.
Yes.
So that's how I use them. I'm like, what are we doing? Every day, what are you doing? Getting results. Yeah, cool, got it. But like, what kind of results? Like what? Like, and so I love that she says rocking results. Like, got it. It's not just, right? Not just a little thing, but We're doing big
well,
things. We're doing
results. Rocket results means I'm getting you results, and it's just my brand, and it's not necessarily rock and roll or metal bands. It's just, I mean, things that rock. I think it's kind of universal. When someone says you rock, it means you're super cool, you're super awesome, you're getting shit done. And when you're, rocking results, it's like, yeah, I'm getting you the exposure that your brand deserves. So that's how I convey it.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. So I want to thank you so much for your time. This was absolutely amazing. I'm completely jealous that you got to meet all of the people that I grew up listening to, and you're living the rock star lifestyle. I absolutely love it. So again, if somebody wants to get a hold of you, if they want to work with you, how do they do that? How do they get a hold of you? Where do you hang out?
Well, my name is my handle on all my social media. On Facebook, it's Raquel Figlo PR. On Twitter, it's Raquel Figlo. On Instagram, it's Raquel Maiden. On YouTube, it's Raquel Figlo. So there's no way you can't find me. And if you Google me, there's just so much awesome content on me. You'll see my interviews with a bunch of rock stars. I mean, I really have met so many cool and influential people. It's kind of exciting.
Perfect. Love it. Again, Raquel, this was so amazing. Pleasure to have you on Life Transformation Radio.
You're the best. Thank you so much for having me.
Life Transformation Radio listeners, amazing guest, impacting the world around her. If anything that she had talked about today resonated with you, please send her a message. Go to raquelfiglo.com. Look at her website. Get a hold of her. She's not a hard person to find. Super busy, but doing amazing, amazing work in this world. Subscribe to Life Transformation Radio wherever you're comfortable listening to podcasts. As I close, I always say, live your brand. Find opportunities every day to live out the core values that you hold deep in your heart. And I call this living your brand. So until next episode, live a great life.